Welcome back to Wildcat Wizards, the only show on JWoo Live to lose a producer. We don't know where he is.
That is true.
We have no idea where Eric is.
Eric literally has told me within the past 6 hours he was going to be here today.
And
he is currently not sitting to my left in that producer chair he always is.
Let's see. At the meeting, we told him that Calvin would be coming on the show.
Hey guys.
And Eric told us promptly
it's your
that
boy.
he is not coming. If Calvin is coming.
Fun fact: they locked the doors. Do not let those Wildcat Wizard guys. Don't let them in.
I came in.
Dude, slipped right past.
Seriously, I went to show up. The lights were off and the door was shut.
I don't know.
I just turned. The door was open though, so I opened it, turned on the lights, grabbed an extra chair. I was like, whatever. We got a show to record. I don't care who's here.
I don't know. Last time they were supposed to air just a Taylor Swift song stuck on repeat.
Ready for it?
Actually canceled.
It was actually canceled.
Was it actually "Picture to Burn" off of Taylor Swift's debut album, Taylor Swift? Or was it something else fearless, like Love Story?
Ooh.
Dude, country era Taylor Swift, I know way too much of.
I don't know. It just
Only
said
the
Taylor
best.
Swift
Only
and
the best.
not Wildcat Wizards.
Right.
So we must got canceled. But we're back.
Huh.
And on this episode, we have Rob.
What's up?
We got Calvin over here.
That's my name.
We got that kid that sits in the corner. His name's
You got it. I believe in you.
Travis.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
100%.
We got your host Brian.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
you. Hey, whoa.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Hey, can we get a live studio audience in here and just clap? Woo! Yeah.
I was
Get it, dude.
about to be like, wait, let me pull up the Big Bang Theory studio audience.
Please, I will do that.
Let's get a button with that going.
All right, so we're gonna try something different than normal. Instead of having a singular topic, we're just gonna talk about whatever we feel like.
We're only
'cause, Eric's not here to yell at us.
We're only 5 episodes in, so we figured we
Going
can
off the
change.
rails.
This is when we can change
More
the
than we
format.
normally do.
I know. We're usually pretty rebellious. If you listen to any of the other podcast shows, we're pretty rebellious.
Yeah.
But today we're gonna go really wild.
It's really wild because we can't be rebellious with the producer in the room with us, which is usually what we do.
Usually he just yells at us and we're gonna get canceled. Alright, we got the laugh track.
Alright, we got the laugh
the
track
clap track.
online. I bet that just sounds like mumbled garbage through the
Oh
microphone.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
probably just gonna play it at random times during the conversation. So, anyways,
Alright, so
Alright. So, since Eric's not here, what do we talk about?
So-
Just slam the
What's
mic.
up first?
when we showed up at 5 o'clock to record 30 minutes ago, and Kate decided to come up with ideas then, the big thing that happened today that Calvin and I were talking about is the Nintendo Labo was announced, actually yesterday.
yeah, late last night.
Late last night.
No, yeah, what is it actually?
So the Nintendo Labo, and I'll pull up. You want to talk about it? I'll pull up pictures
Alright.
because you kind of have to see it to get it.
All right.
But essentially, it's cardboard.
Yeah. So essentially, it's part of the Nintendo Switch, but there's going to be games that involve making a type of controller made out of complete cardboard. So there's
Alright.
it's completely
Here's
cut
a
out,
picture.
and you pick it out, and you make it essentially out of
Oh.
cardboard. So you can make a piano with it, you can make a house with it, a
Now, is it like a
motorbike
one-use-
with it.
Is it like a one-use thing, or is it like
It's
it comes with a
it's
bunch
not
of cardboard?
certain.
It comes.
I'm assuming the way it's product and kind of the way that the trailer is that each one it'll come with a bunch of you can't really mix and match. It'll just come
Yeah.
with a bunch of the different apparatuses.
Oh, so it's like how like the Wii came with if you had Mario Kart for the Wii.
Yeah,
You
you
can
can
make
make
a wheel.
controllers,
Wheel.
but you can make it now essentially for the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
and it's cool.
And there's
How much is it?
It is so retailing at $70 now is what the price is. That could obviously change because things like that do, but $70 is the price for essentially cardboard and a select group of mini games that you can play with them.
With said
So,
cardboard.
With the aforementioned cardboard. So, in my opinion, I was talking with friends because this was announced last night, and 2 of my friends were talking about it, and they're hyped, they're already ready to pre-order it. And then I was just talking with somebody else, and I'm like, I'm not really that. Everyone's I'm on Twitter all the time, and everyone seems incredibly hype about it, and I'm just like, I mean, I don't have a Switch to begin with, so then maybe that diminishes my hype a little.
They're
but-
gonna pre-order it without a Switch, but whatever. It's really fun. I enjoy
The
it.
thing is,
So-
I low key want a Switch, but it's I only see them at Walmart every once in a while, and they're always sold out online wherever you look.
Always.
So it's it's hard to get a hold of still. and it's been out for months, which is kind of
Yeah, it's been out for like almost a year in March.
And-
yeah,
but it's-
and they're still
and, like-
having production issues with keeping up with demand.
I mean, like, they have, like, AR sensors in them. They have a bunch of components that are, like, in limited quantity, so they can only make said quantity with
Yeah.
their limited
And-
things with it, but
Yeah.
whatever, dude.
And I have a friend who got the Switch for Christmas, and he is like almost attached at the hip. He thinks it's like the greatest thing ever. He plays Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
I think a Fire Emblem game has come out now for it, so he plays that all the time. So like they I don't know, people that own the Switch I know are just absolutely like enamored with it. They think it's like the greatest thing ever.
How much is the Switch now?
Oh,
$300 still.
Is it?
Still at...
Still?
Yep. It started with $300. It's still at $300.
Well, I guess.
You
I guess
really
if
think
you-
they're not going to lower the price?
Yeah, it
It's
is.
super popular, dude.
I
They're not gonna
guess.
lower
I
it.
guess if they can't keep it in supply still, they don't have to lower the price at all.
Exactly.
So.
Right. If it's not dropping in demand, like the Wii dropped in demand after like the first year or two. You could get Wiis for super cheap. I remember
Yeah.
you could get a lot of things. I remember I got like a DS Lite, and then I remember like a couple years later I got a DSi years after they came out, and it was
Yeah.
like dirt cheap to get.
It was like $30-$40.
It was probably closer to like maybe 78. I think it was like
Oh.
70, 80 on release, so maybe it was in like 60
Yeah.
range. But so like there were games you could buy for it that were just as expensive. Like on like Pokemon on release was probably almost as expensive as the DS to
DSi.
play it on.
That's what
Right.
I like is like the 2DS. The 2DS costs as much as like a new game, so
Yeah.
it's like really cheap and it's really nice. But then like you look at other like newer consoles and it's like, wow, this is $400 I don't have.
Exactly. That's why people, I don't know, that's why people love games so much, because they're so expensive. And it gives some meaning.
There's this girl that's walking by slamming her feet with every step.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
every,
we just stopped and stared at them.
every
Was that the girl from
every
last time?
I think it
every
is.
week there's someone that just has to elephant their way through this hallway, and it never
Like,
stops.
there's not
annoying
a
me.
studio with windows pointing to said hallway that they're
I think
slamming.
can we come up with a new official Wildcat Wizards protocol? When somebody comes tromping through this hallway, we all stop, and somebody just did it
We
again.
we just stare
Everyone
at 'em.
stops talking, and we follow them with our gaze until they walk away. If they look at us, everyone just looks at them, mouths shut, eyes open.
All right, that might lead to a little bit of dead air, but,
But hey,
No, well, we can explain to our viewers. Good practice.
Perfect. First try.
In the middle of coming up with like that was a bad idea, we all did it flawlessly.
This is why we need it.
Oh my god. I'm looking at the waveforms of that clap, and it's just
It's
like
so-
solid. It is not good.
It's a solid clap.
Oh my god, what is wrong with you?
I don't.
Why are you
understand.
running back and forth? Like, what makes... Oh, God.
Watch her. I have a feeling that she works here and that she's gonna listen to the podcast and just actually ban us from the building.
I kind of hope she does.
But here's the thing,
So she can be
nobody
self-conscious
is-
about it.
She won't know who it is.
That's true.
She doesn't know what we look like.
Mm.
So, yeah.
I'm the black one.
I was about to say we were 4'6" Hispanic kids that are just out of high school.
Yep.
There. Now you can't identify us.
Perfect.
'Cause
We're all
we're-
4'6" and
all-
we're all Hispanic.
We're definitely all out of. Definitely not all out of high school, by the way.
Well, I meant
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We're
yeah.
we're
We
at
actually
least
just used
30
this building.
years in age.
Dude, Eric calls me old every week because I am technically way old. I'm like at least 2 years older than all of you.
Yeah, you're gonna graduate with Eric, right?
I graduate this spring. I finish next fall.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm almost 21, so
Ooh.
like
There's an old man in the
You're
room.
really old.
good sensor over there.
Rob, you want to send an email to Eric to see where he is? See if he's
No.
actually gonna come.
He might be
Why
lost
would I
in
do
traffic or just dead
I think
or,
he-
you know.
No, I think he lives here. Like it's
He
near.
actually might live here.
Maybe he's
Have you
just-
checked under the desk?
Maybe,
Oh, there he is. This is
Oh.
sick.
He's
oh
just
my
chilling.
goodness!
All right.
Eric.
Maybe he's still crying about the Giant season. I don't know.
Ooh.
Oh, boo-hoo. I hate the Giants.
I'm still crying about the Seahawks season.
I'm still crying about the Ravens' last play. Are you kidding me? I'm
Wait,
still
are the
mad.
Patriots still in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
No,
All right.
No.
That's all that matters.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Patriots
no.
are number one.
Yeah, they're good. They're gonna win it.
They're
No,
gonna
they're
win it,
not.
and
The
we're gonna be
Vikings
happy
are
when
gonna
they
win
do.
it.
All right. Unpopular opinion. See, Patriots win too much.
They won 5 times in our lifetime. When, like, what? The Steelers won 18 times in total?
The
Like,
Steelers have won
What is
6
winning
times.
too
in
much?
Oh.
Can you win
I don't
too
know.
much?
And the,
Can you? Yeah.
When it gets to the point,
Too much
Yeah.
winning.
when it gets to the point of you look at the game and you say, "Oh, the Patriots are playing whoever, they're winning too much."
From the 2 non-Patriots fans in this room, yes, y'all
Yes.
win too much. Y'all
Yes.
spoiled. All New England's spoiled. From an Orioles fan and a Patriots or a Ravens fan,
Seahawks.
y'all spoiled.
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, just think
Yeah.
about it.
Wait,
Like, don't
wait,
get me wrong,
here she
they're a good
comes.
team, but you know, Seahawks. Being a Seahawks fan, it's like the Seahawks suck. Like, not
Yeah.
gonna lie. And it's good. It's good though, because like when they win, it makes you feel like, wow, they actually won. They're getting better. This is amazing.
And
When the
then
Patriots win, you're just like, yeah, I knew.
Just
they were
another
gonna
Sunday.
win.
like,
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's Sunday, I guess.
you know.
On the bright side, you
Unless
get half
they-
price coffee at Dunkin'.
Unless they do something like lose to the Dolphins, then you're all
Yeah.
surprised.
If they lose to the Dolphins,
They did this
They
season.
did.
This season they lost.
They lost. Like
They lost
a
to the
lot.
Dolphins.
Alright.
Bad.
I have a quiz.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name 3 teams, and you have to tell them. You have to say their cities. All right.
Yeah.
The Vikings.
Well, it's Minnesota, but they play in Minneapolis.
All right.
Do you want the cities or like the?
The
I want the
region?
cities or states,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ones
yeah.
that they go with. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
Minnesota Vikings.
Are you talking about the champ? Like who's
The
in this week?
Rams.
LA.
L.A.,
Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
Wow.
I
No
wouldn't-
one.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah. No one knows Buccaneers except for him.
I
No
know-
one.
I know
No one likes the
football.
Buccaneers. Buccaneers are a terrible team. They
Yeah.
shouldn't be a team anymore. They're only there because they need to be.
They're
there.
actually
I mean-
getting slowly better, and also they're in a very. And this is a nerd podcast, so I'd love to have gotten in the football tangent. But you know, it's
Honestly, at this
Eric's
point, Eric's not here to
correct us.
yell at us, so we're gonna talk about whatever
Right.
we want.
Yeah.
So
We're-
football.
Football.
Man, throw that ball into the end zone.
But
Sports.
it's good.
Anyway, sports.
sports.
I need an adult.
Does anybody here play Madden?
No.
Yes.
Do you? Okay.
I do.
I've never I've wanted to play, but I've never actually played.
I've played it with friends before. Like it's fun with friends, but playing
Right.
solo isn't too much fun in my opinion. It's just
Yeah.
kind of
I can agree with that.
yeah.
I
It's
played.
something that you put on a party and everybody's like,
Yeah, it reminds me
Sports.
of
Go.
sports, go.
The game actually is funny because my friends play Madden, but the sports game that they drag me and all of our non-sports games friends into playing is FIFA.
Oh my god.
FIFA is insane. FIFA's fun though.
FIFA is the most frustrating thing you can ever play.
It is so.
And like you don't
frustrating.
even know half the people. You don't even know what team you're playing on half the time. If you're from like the United States,
If you're,
because
if
a
you're
lot
not
of
a
people.
soccer watcher, then
Yeah. You're just playing soccer with all these people, and you're like, you know, like 3 soccer players. You know Cristiano Ronaldo, you know Messi, and then I think you know Neymar.
Who's the
That's
soccer?
it.
Who's the soccer player with like who got the really bad statue?
That's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, I know
I
him.
went to visit it when I went to Portugal.
Oh, boy.
It's actually disgusting. It is the
I
worst
love
thing
that.
I've ever seen.
I love that because it's like, have you seen the
It's-
pictures of like him standing next to it, and he's got to like smile and act like really happy that he's got the statue.
Exactly.
But it's really frighteningly ugly.
It's like the face, the features of the face is too small for the head.
Yeah.
And the head is too chubby and
And the
round.
eyes are, like,
exactly,
popping
look,
out.
Look right there. And it's so bad. It looks like he has a unibrow.
Oh, no.
Like Cristiano Ronaldo is a very handsome guy.
Right.
But then you see that bust and you're like, oh jeez. Oh no.
my god.
It's frightening, is what it is.
Yeah.
It
More than
truly
anything.
is.
I don't
It
know.
doesn't look like him in the slightest.
Oh god.
But I feel like FIFA out of all the sports games is the one where you can just do the dumbest stuff. I don't know, like soccer. Soccer and dumb things have been a running theme in my life. Currently, two of my friends that watch like European Premier League soccer, they have a fantasy league going. I've never seen a day of it in my life, and I'm beating them all by a large margin. I just pick players with the coolest names and put
Yeah.
all my money in my forwards,
Pretty much it.
and I'm winning by like 50 points against people who live and die the sport. So
No, you wanted to talk. You want to talk best sports games ever made?
backyard,
The backyard series.
yes,
Yes.
so
Wait,
good.
wait.
Yeah.
The backyard series.
Yeah, the backyard.
I
sports.
need a recap on it.
Let me pull up my.
So, from what I know, it's a Game Boy Advance.
No,
series of
they were
games.
also PC. I played them
Yeah.
on PC.
All right.
Dear God.
Well,
Did you
Game
ever
Boy
actually
Advance.
play them, or
Me?
Did you-
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I played the skateboarding and football.
I played these were like when people who don't know video games, like family members, get you games as Christmas presents and
Yeah.
all that.
This is what
I
they
had like
get.
6 of these.
Like the
I-
ones in the bargain bins at Walmart.
Right.
Yeah.
I had backyard.
Like they get immediately put once they get shipped to said location.
I had backyard soccer MLS 2001, backyard hockey 2003.
Jesus
Ooh.
Christ.
I like how half the entries on Google don't have an image to go with them.
yeah, because
It
no
shows
one
you how
plays.
Here it
obscure
is.
they are.
Here's what
Oh,
they
the ones with the big head kids?
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes.
remember those. Those were disgusting. I hated those.
I know I had
I loved them.
I know I had backyard basketball because I knew that because in some of the games they would have real life players, and all I remember as a kid was thinking Kevin Garnett was the greatest player of all time because he was carrying my backyard basketball
Yeah,
team.
Kevin Garnett is the
And-
best ever. End of discussion.
Right.
Celtics. Sports.
Sports.
Yes.
I'm not a Celtics fan, but I appreciate Kevin Garnett as a player.
Yes. Anyways.
But no, so these games are actually legit, and
They
backyard
were
baseball
awesome.
was a lot
Like
of fun
at the
too.
time, like if you had a Game Boy Advance and you had
Baseball
one of
was
these
really
games,
fun.
like this was like some groundbreaking stuff for you. This is like wow, this is amazing.
And you also have Pablo Sanchez, the monster. who's
Oh
just
my
like
freaking God.
stacked in all seriously stacked in every stat possible in every one of the games. Like I don't know why they gave it to Pablo Sanchez, the secret weapon, but I'm pretty sure like a sports Twitter, like ESPN's Twitter, one time made a joking tweet about Pablo Sanchez because it was like his fake birthday.
Oh my God.
I remember going back because I growing up like in Baltimore, it was like I'd always play like the Orioles. I would always play like the DC sports teams. Like I did DC United and the soccer one.
Oh jeez.
So I think I did the Capitals and the hockey probably the Capitals or maybe like the Wild or some other cool name team.
The
But-
Wilds.
The Minnesota Wild.
Oh, okay.
And basketball, I don't remember who I played.
oh
I wish
man,
I
all
would've-
those wild boys.
oh
If I
yeah.
play
Ooh.
now, it obviously plays the greatest NBA team currently existing, the Portland Trailblazers. But you know.
I'm gonna let that slide. Continue. Portland. Anyways, sports.
Sports, but no, the
Sports.
backyard sports games, legit. But speaking of, actually, we talked about this a little bit last time, me and Eric, but my favorite sports game individual, if we're talking about skateboarding, because I know you said that,
Backyard skateboarding.
Tony
Best
Hawk, well, I
game.
was going to say Tony Hawk American Wasteland.
No.
Any Tony Hawk
Backyard
game,
skateboarding.
like after the third one, was pure trash. Remember the one with like the one that came with the actual board, and it was
Yes.
just on the floor.
Yeah.
I saw that like in the demos, and I was like, "That's the saddest thing they can do, isn't it?"
Wasn't
It's-
that just called like Tony Hawk Skate, or am I thinking two
It
different
was.
games?
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez, it was.
Maybe
it was.
Like if
something.
any game comes with a controller necessary for said game, you know it's not going to be a good game because that's just a marketing ploy.
Unless it's like Guitar Hero.
Yeah, Guitar Heroes, that's different.
Guitar Hero is legitimate.
But
Yeah.
like after like the third game, there was no need
It's
for
to-
those.
Tony
Yeah.
Hawk
$50.
Ride, I believe is the game we're
Tony
working
Hawk Ride. Let's see the Metacritic score on that. Like 3.
on. Oh, the Metacritic.
You know it's going to be in the low teens. Like 11.
What game could you play? There's like a skateboard game we could play as Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
That's for the best.
I like to point out that this is Rob's first cameo in the show.
Yeah,
in
wow.
10 minutes.
Thank you
I don't
for
know much
speaking.
about sports.
It has a
so-
5 out of 10 on
Yeah,
IGN.
nothing to
Jesus.
contribute there.
That's still an F.
It has a 2 out of 5 on Common Sense Media. What was it you
Trash.
said? Metagame
Yeah, Metacritic.
or Metacritic? I don't know. There's not
That's the
even-
one that has every single score. Every single score. that they can have.
Metacritic, 44%.
44%. Dang, I was wrong, but still, that's pretty bad. That's still an F.
Oh wait, well it depends. PlayStation 3 it's a 44. Xbox 360 it's a 46.
Wow.
And
Apparently,
for the Wii it's a 47.
why is it better on the Wii?
Because I would assume it's because
It's got the
kids
motion
who are
controls.
more. It's probably a younger console, so kids are more enamored with just that as a
jeez,
whole.
Dude.
Ooh.
I love how you're pulling up
I'm
Metacritic.
pulling up next. I'm pulling up next topic.
Oh,
Okay,
next
so a
topic.
complete
Yeah, okay.
and so absolutely flawless segue because I
Oh.
see what we're about to talk about.
Oh.
Because we're talking about
Segways.
Metacritic.
Segues, because we're on Metacritic.
Segues.
What are you looking up on Metacritic over there, Brian?
Well, I'm looking up one of my favorite movies of 2018 that I've seen so far. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Is it better than the old one?
Honestly, it's really good. I haven't seen the old one in a while, but I remember not really liking it too much. But this is actually like surprisingly good. I thought it was gonna be like
Everyone
one
thought
of
it
those-
was going to be trash, and apparently it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Here's
So-
what I have to say on it.
Yeah.
The fact that this while it's been in theaters longer, it apparently surpassed The Last Jedi after like 2 or 3 weeks of The Last Jedi being screened.
Yeah.
89% of audience like it on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's actually really good. So
certified fresh.
Yeah.
Jesus. I blame Nick Jonas.
No, so the thing is, like, I was like, oh, this is probably gonna be like, you know, one of those like cash grab kind of movies where they just throw in a bunch of
fun.
Kind of is. It has Kevin Hart.
Yeah, where they throw in like Kevin Hart, The Rock,
Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
Jack Black,
and
Karen
Griddle.
Karen Gillian.
Karen Griddle.
She's from Doctor Who. That's how a lot of people know her. She was on Doctor Who for years in like the early 2010s.
So so I was like, oh, this is just gonna be like
opinions about Doctor Who.
I was just like, oh, this is just gonna be like a family movie. It's gonna have like some dumb jokes in it, whatever. And then I saw it. I was like, man, I actually really like this movie. And it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It comes off as like not cheap, but it comes off as like, I don't know how to say it. Like the writing is really good, but what is? Yeah. Woo!
I wasn't even looking that direction, and I knew it was about to happen.
So anyway, basically the writing is really good, and they build up the characters really nice, and you actually care about them and their journey, and it all makes sense.
Okay.
As long as it makes sense at the end, I'm pretty happy about it.
I'm really picky about about movies that are meant to be good, and if they're good or not. Like Rob knows, for instance, I love myself a bad movie, but I hate when a movie
Captain Alex.
But I hate when when a movie that's supposed to be good is bad. So like, I love Who Killed Captain Alex, but I hate like the Transformers franchise. So
we had an entire hour podcast pretty much dedicated to your love of bad movies.
Oh,
it
it's
was
so
literally
good.
literally the second episode of this show was just how much can we talk about Brian's favorite bad movies?
Oh, it's so good. I'd also like to point out that it's top of the box office right now.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And Star Wars Last Jedi is 5 spaces
Yo, look
down.
at that mad 31% next to Pitch Perfect 3. My movie.
Ooh. Making 6 millies.
Dude, it was a 29 when we saw it on opening night.
5.
It's improved.
Jeez.
It was hysterical, though.
So top 5 box office, Jumanji, The Post. I don't know
It's
what
a
that
movie
is.
with Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks.
About The Post.
About, like, they work for, I believe, the Washington Post.
Who
okay.
cares? Anyways, after that.
Anyway, The Commuter.
Liam Neeson action movie.
And wait, go back up?
What?
Oh, I thought that was that girl from SNL. You know,
Kristen Wiig?
Yeah, I thought that was Kristen Wiig. I can't speak.
When I saw the commercial for The Commuter, I was like, "Oh, it's another like Taken film." And then
it's
just
him
like,
on a
no,
train.
yeah, it's him on a, it's Liam
It's
Neeson
him on a train instead of on a plane.
Yeah, it's like, wow. All right.
Is it Taken 4? Liam Neeson becomes a monk to find himself.
Oh boy, that needs to be a movie that needs to be made.
Taken 4.
I want that now.
All right, the next is The Greatest Showman.
Oh, my mom and my sister went to see that. And they said it was really good.
It's really good because Zendaya's in it, and that's the sole reason why.
And Zendaya really carries the movie that much, you think?
I love Zendaya.
So one of my favorite pictures.
Well, she's great. But.
So one of my favorite pictures on the internet right now that I've seen from the Golden Globes is the who's the main actor in The Greatest Showman?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
That huge Jack man.
Yeah. So is Hugh Jackman's face when the guy playing Tommy Wiseau wins Best Actor instead of him?
James Franco.
James Franco wins Best Actor at the Golden Globes
For Disaster Artist.
Oh,
yeah, for the Disaster.
Another
Artist.
great film.
I love it.
I never got to see The Disaster.
Yeah, he just like.
We might have done.
Oh my god.
His face is so.
That's
It's
like-
not a smile. It's like slightly
a-
sad.
It's a painful smile of I have to smile. There's a camera on me, but I want to cry.
It's not a smile. There's no smile.
It's a frown. It's a grimace.
Oh
it's
my
not
It is that is like the look of like you telling someone something and they're like, yeah, I get it, and then they proceed to explain how they completely did not get what you just said, and you're just like, that is
It's
Oh, no.
like, oh no.
So my best friend and I, he was with his girlfriend. And
Ooh.
they dragged me along to like go see this.
yeah.
So I actually saw The Greatest Showman, and I'm not really like into musicals.
Yeah.
It's just not my really thing. But it was actually really good.
You know the guy who made the score was the same guy who made La La Land score, so that's why it's really good.
Oh, I believe.
The music.
Okay, I was about to say, do we know who does that then? Okay, because
I
as a
don't know the
musical,
name, but-
I didn't realize I'm a musical guy. I did not realize it was
Yeah.
actually a musical until my family went to see it. So
Like I have to watch it, but apparently, the movie does not seem to be playing near us. Select your location to see where the greatest showman is playing.
It actually was playing at the theater in the mall nearby because I was gonna go to see a movie last weekend. I never got around to it, but I know that was in there and I almost saw it. But it might not be there anymore because it came out early December. I believe.
So what's after Greatest Showman?
After Greatest
Insidious: The Last Key.
Wow.
Another Insidious movie's got a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes
Yes.
and a 52% audience.
It's split.
Yeah, it's
People who probably
it's a horror
like
movie.
the Insidious movies or like horror movies probably thought it was okay, but people that actually wanted like a quality movie weren't.
What's the story behind Insidious? Like,
Yeah, I
all the
mean,
horror movies
I've
have.
never seen them.
I think there's like a lady who can detect spirits and like she's like a main character in that thing.
Okay, good.
I'd like to.
Wait, can I do
I'd
a
like to say that the plot summary for this is one sentence long.
can I do a dramatic reading of it from across the room?
across the room.
Oh no, I'm gonna bring my microphone. We're gonna go mobile here real quick.
Oh, why are you reading from yours, or you want?
No, I want to read it from yours because
Hold on.
I'm lazy.
I don't think that's actually the plot summary. That's a movie info.
Oh no, it's movie info.
Hold on.
Fake studio audience, quickly, studio audience.
Here we go.
Studio audience. And we're done.
All right.
And we're back.
I will say
There you go.
I really don't like horror movies. That's in chapter 3 of Insidious. That's
Oh,
not this
jeez.
one.
Oh, that's not this one.
Truly, who cares?
Oh, it is
there
one
we are.
sentence. Here we
Oh,
go.
it is. Parapsychologist Dr. Elise Rainier faces the most fearsome and personal haunting yet in her own family home.
That's it.
Directed by
That's
Adam Robitel and starring Lynn Shay, Lee Wanell, and Angus Sampson.
I want to see
You
what
can't
else.
even keep a
Hold
straight
on,
face.
you gotta go to Angus Sampson's
Ooh,
profile.
wow.
With
Angus Sampson is
Oh,
a
he's
in
really
Mad Max.
pretty
Mad
lady.
Max.
oh, he's in Mad
Mad
Max.
Max, Fargo, Winchester.
As the organic mechanic. I like how that rhymes. Let's say that again. The
Yo, I was
organic
making fun of that. What's up, Daryl? I was making fun of that. Shout out to Daryl who just walked by.
Shout out to Daryl. We still haven't found Eric, by the way.
Yeah.
We
Well,
sent
we
the
do
search
hear
parties
laughter from
52.
outside.
We sent the search parties 52 minutes ago, and they're not here. Well, what are you? Why are you stealing my mouse?
Because I want to see what else is going on here. I want to see the.
Did you guys like Mad Max Fury Road?
I loved it.
I loved it. I thought it was
really
the
good.
first time I
Yeah?
saw it.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it, I was kind of like, people had been hyping it up, so I was kind of like, it's not. I didn't think it was like the earth-shattering movie people told me it was, but now I've gone back and watched it.
Get off of Jaden Smith's IMDb.
You need to understand, Jada Smith is a mastermind.
All right. Anyway.
Jada Smith is amazing. Oh, what were we talking about?
Okay,
Oh yeah.
we're scrolling down the top. We're scrolling down top box office.
Oh God.
Come on, get in here, Daryl. We want to hear your beautiful.
Daryl hates us. Daryl hates us.
We want to
But
hear the
anyways.
beautiful
What's
molasses
after
tones of your
So
voice.
we had
No,
just a
hold on.
recap.
We don't need a recap.
I
This
think
is
we
5
need a
minutes
recap.
ago.
I think we need a recap. I vote
I
for a
need a
recap.
All right. And then fine. Recap, and then I'll reveal the 6.
Yay! I win. The recap
I said recap it.
All right, fine.
That was
So
flawless.
number 1, Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. Number
Good
2,
film.
The Post. 3, The Commuter. Number 4, The Greatest Showman. Number 5, Insidious: The Last Key. And in number 6, in the top box offices,
We have Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
you know, the movie that's
Yeah, let's talk
the
about.
best
Hold on.
one.
Hold on. I'd like to point out that on all the other entries, the the critic meter is way lower than the audience one, and on this one, the critic meter is 91% liked it, and only 49% of the audience liked it.
Ooh.
I believe
shows
that.
something.
People-
Can we talk about the one next after that?
Well, let's talk about Star Wars first. Let's
Please.
talk about Star Wars
Yeah.
first. I feel like we owe it to our.
No
probably-
spoilers.
Was
Oh,
there
I
a
haven't seen it
petition?
yet.
You haven't
Going
seen it
around?
yet?
No, you know me. I don't watch current movies. I watch Ugandan films.
Solely Ugandan
All right.
films.
So, without spoilers, how did everyone feel about Star Wars: The Last Jedi? Those who have
I
seen
like the red stuff.
Darth Vader dies.
Whoa, dude!
Whoa,
Spoilers,
holy
man!
crap.
Slow your roll
it. Next
there,
thing you're gonna
Missy.
tell me Snape kills Dumbledore? Like what?
Jeez.
Speaking
Dude,
of that, I
dude.
like that slick Gryffindor baseball cap.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
I like it.
It's
That's
so
sl-
on
that's
brand.
sleek.
I'm a Gryffindor. What are you?
I,
You boy.
I'm Brian.
You're Brian. What about you, Rob?
Slytherin.
What are you?
I'm a Slytherin. I know I'm a Slytherin as well.
Jesus
I've
Christ,
taken the
What
Potter.
about you, my man?
Hufflepuff.
Brian.
He's
You're
Hufflepuff.
Brian.
Brian's a Hufflepuff.
Nah, he's a Hufflepuff.
I get those
He
vibes.
doesn't really fit in everywhere, so he gets
Wow.
fit in with the rejects.
On my own show.
On your
All
own
right,
show.
get out.
On
Okay,
your
I'm
show.
outta here,
Go
guys.
find Eric.
I'll see you later, guys.
Go find Eric.
Oh, jeez.
So, but I liked it. I went with a group of people with my two sisters and my brother-in-law, and we all saw it. And like my older sister and her husband, my brother-in-law, they thought it was okay. I thought it was good, and my sister, who had seen literally that weekend, we binge watched every Star Wars movie because she hadn't seen the prequels or Rogue One. She thought this by far was not even close to the best Star Wars movie released to date. She was like, hands down, The Last Jedi is my favorite.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, that's good. I thought
No.
you were saying negative stuff about it.
No.
Wait,
She
she thinks the prequels are better?
No, but she likes the prequels. She actually genuinely loved the prequel movies. And Anakin Skywalker is like one of her favorite characters, she said. And I was like, that's...
Oh, jeez.
She actually gave decent reasoning for it, though. And she's like...
Okay.
And I think if you watch it all in one sitting, she said it made a difference. I don't know. Rogue One's still my favorite. This is still really good. And the next movie on the list with a whopping 100%...
It actually has 100%.
on Rotten
Certified
Tomatoes.
Fresh.
Certified Fresh. Paddington 2.
The best movie of 2018.
And a
Oh,
90% audience score.
90% of
This
the audience likes it.
This is like.
When did
really highly
Paddington
rated.
1 come out?
Can we? Yes, please.
Oh, like a while ago. That was.
What is this
Can we go
about?
see what Paddington?
It's a kids
1?
movie. It's like a UK kids
Oh,
movie, I believe.
jeez.
Get off of Jaden Smith's IMDb.
Dude, Jaden Smith is the best.
All right, let's
Paddington 2.
see. Paddington
oh,
2.
God.
Here we go. Paddington. You want to read it?
Oh, do my dramatic
Yes,
thing?
please.
Tack to the S. I got it. Paddington, now happily settled with the Brown family and a popular member of the local community, picks up a series of odd jobs to buy the perfect present for his Aunt Lucy's 100th birthday, only for the gift to be stolen.
It's an action thriller movie.
Animation, adventure,
Directed by Paul King and starring Ben Whishaw, Hugh Grant, and Hugh Bonneville.
A lot of hues in there.
a lot of heels.
It's a huge movie.
Oh, I'm sad. now.
You had the studio audience and you didn't click it
Oh,
then. That was
God.
perfect.
Ouch. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know
as
what?
close as you get.
I'll take that.
All right.
That
All
was-
right.
all
So
right.
after that 100%.
Paddington
perfect
2,
movie.
which I now almost want to go see just to see what an 100% Rotten Tomatoes movie. 165 reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was
165
not a
people.
mistake.
Yeah, no, that's
Now-
not like one person
Now,
was
so
like,
the
yeah.
so
like
the
it.
average rating on it is actually 8.6, because what that means is that people like if
Yes,
100% of
please.
the people have rated it fresh, but the actual rating out of 10 average is an 8.6. So next on the list is Proud Mary,
And it's got a 24%.
which
All
I
right.
I know people were upset about because it has decent star power, and that's okay. But I know the writing's bad, and I know Proud Mary, the song they use, which is by the band CCR and the singer John Fogerty, like they didn't license the song Proud Mary for the movie;
Oh, geez.
they just used it.
nice.
So John Fogerty is not thrilled about that. And Proud Mary's a great song, like
Yeah.
the original, like folk rock one.
All right,
All right.
ready? And for the next one,
I gotta sit
We
down for
have
this. My favorite movie of the season,
We had the best movie ever made.
in my
we had,
eyes.
We had the best movie ever made.
From the
according to
greatest
Travis.
trilogy in cinema.
We have the masterpiece, Pitch Perfect 3.
Alright, let me learn y'all something about.
Get your
We
soundboard
need to
out of here.
get your soundboard.
All right, that's really loud.
That is so-
As you slap my
Oh
phone
my
out of
God.
my hands. Wobble gobble! Wobble gobble! Anyways, what were we talking
So-
about?
So-
Pitch Perfect 3.
Oh, yeah, the best
Yeah,
movie of all time.
Best movie
Continue.
of all time.
So when I was in high school, we had one of those days where like the teacher was gonna be absent and we had a sub, so we had to watch a movie. And
Yeah.
one of the girls brought in Pitch Perfect, the first one. It had just come out on
Right.
DVD, and we watched it. And I thought it was like the funniest, coolest movie ever. Because I grew up like listening to a lot of a cappella music, and I really am in a musical family, so I
Oh,
love the
jeez.
music. So then the second one came out my senior year of high school, probably about a year after that. And I went and saw it. And I'm not making this up. One of my friends I went to see it with said, like, I saw that came out at the same time in theaters as Mad Max Fury Road, and I saw Pitch Perfect 2 in theaters twice instead of seeing Mad Max 1.
Jeez Louise.
Like, I saw it, and now to be fair, I saw it twice right after Mad Max had come out, so the reviews really hadn't come out yet.
Right.
So I didn't realize that Mad Max was like, because honestly, I will say now I prefer Mad Max Fury Road over the second Pitch Perfect, even though the music in that one's the best.
Oh, yeah,
But
obviously.
with the third one, and why I love it so much, is the fact that the first one, it's a plot-based movie with comedy and music. And the second one, it's like the music's really good, but the plot's stupid and the humor's not always there. Like the funniest scene is watching Clay Matthews and the Green Bay Packers do a cappella. Can we cut the soundboard?
No, we can't. I'm sorry.
And Calvin was never invited back.
But the third one, it's just a lot of like dumb slapstick humor and really inappropriate college humor, and it's a very funny. Like I was laughing way harder than I should have with a movie that had a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Hey, like it's all right, dude.
What are you looking up? What
Oh, I'm
is
looking up the
Condorito the movie?
The 10 best movies of 2017.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Let's
Starting with.
All right, let's see. I can't even pronounce that. Condorito
Oh, do you want me to do this in my voice?
embarks in a hilarious adventure to save the planet and his loved ones from an evil alien. That has to be one of the most generic movie plots I've ever heard.
Oh,
of.
so Independence Day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it with Hispanic people though?
It's a Spanish movie.
Oh, that makes all the difference. So like, it's ethnic. So you know.
I am trying to help you people. God spoke to me.
Maybe there's a TV.
We ain't coming out.
Waco. And this is Condorito the movie.
Well, no, the movie is also in Spanish.
It just says in English,
Yeah.
Condorito the movie.
The
Okay,
movie.
cool. The poster's in Spanish too.
All right, what else?
That's
we
what
got?
I like to hear.
We got Pitch
got-
Perfect 3,
Oh
the
my
best
gosh.
movie of all time. Coco.
Oh,
I haven't seen it.
I'm in love with the Coke. I don't know what else to leave with that either. I'm sorry. I'm really tired. I woke up like half an hour before we were supposed
get
to
out.
shoot this.
Just leave.
I really might. Anyways, Coco has a 97 certified fresh from critics and a 95 from audience, so it's pretty good.
Okay, let's just talk about the movie on here we all want to talk about.
The Disaster
Disaster
Artist.
The Disaster
Let's talk about
Artist.
this.
Ooh,
Beautifully filmed.
amazing.
It's amazing.
I'm
The
not
acting
except
is phenomenal. James Franco really gets Tommy Wiseau down to a T. It's kind of crazy because you'll see photos of Tommy Wiseau and photos of him,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. I love it.
It really
I love
is
this.
like.
I love this movie so much. I'm sorry. Continue.
It's amazing.
I love this movie.
Like just from the trailers, like you can tell that they put like a lot of work into this. Like this wasn't like some cash grab because you got to think about it. Like this isn't a property that's well known. It's only like known as a cult classic. So it's like to make a movie out of a cult classic is kind of a sketchy deal. So you can tell like there's a lot of like hard work and like effort and like passion put into this, rather than like, oh, here's the 17th Transformers movie.
Starring
The Rock.
The Rock. Oh, it's the next one is going to start The Rock. But anyways, back to him.
Anyways.
Has James Franco ever won like a Golden Globe or?
Yeah, you just won.
Well,
No, like
before that.
prior
Oh,
to this.
I don't know.
Was this the one that
actually.
made him win it?
I don't know.
Because this is
I'm gonna look it
Oscar
up.
Gold.
James Franco.
Actor from 127 Hours. I love how that's how he's known
That's
for.
the movie.
Yeah,
That's what
that's the
he's known
movie
for.
he's known for.
Hey, The Interview is a great movie. Hope that's.
I
Yeah,
love that.
oh, I love the
We-
interview.
I
Oh,
thought
boy.
The Interview was phenomenal.
Oh, it's so good.
I love it so much. But
It was kind of like people say, oh, it was hyped up, and it's like, well, yeah, it was hyped up because of it's it's not like they're not shooting insane like scenes and whatnot. They're just shooting stuff that would be like considered bad. like,
Yeah.
if you went there. So it's like when you heard about it, it's like, oh, this movie's like really talking down on like North Korea and all that. It's like, well, that's the movie. It's not really a political statement. It's just like that's just a funny movie that they tried to make.
also that led to it, sort of, not kind of, to the Sony hacks of 2012 and 2013.
More or less.
Remember
yeah.
those?
The
Yeah.
Sony hacks, yeah.
Those were that was the thing that happened.
That was the thing that happened.
That was
Uh,
funny because we
where is
got a
this
lot
awards?
of news from that. We're still getting news from
We're
that
still
because it was like a
getting-
whole
yeah.
terabyte of just emails and like stuff stolen
It's scripts and all that.
and scripts of like failed movie ideas and all that. They were gonna make like 5
Has
movies.
anybody wanted to debate it where they wanted to go see a movie and Googled to find the script of the movie and read the script before? Am I the only one that's done that?
I've done that.
I did that with Sausage Party.
Yeah,
because I saw the script was leaked. I'm like, I really don't know if I want to see this movie and pay money to see this movie. So let me read the script. And then I read the script. I'm like, you know what? I feel like I got more enjoyment reading the script than I would seeing that portrayed on the screen.
Here's the thing. That movie, Sausage Party, was only funny because it was animated and it looked like a Disney film. And they were just saying the F word and the B word and all these bad words. That was it.
Yeah,
So-
it was kind of like a shock humor movie. It
Yes,
wasn't really
exactly.
Like the trailer itself was almost like the shock factor. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
once you saw it, it's like, wow, yeah, it kind of gets old a little bit fast, but you know, it's not bad. Like, it doesn't get old too fast. And they keep on pulling up like new jokes every once in a while, so it's like, oh, you know, it's kind of funny. Also, James Franco won 3 awards for the Disaster Artist, so he's really making something out there.
it should really win an Oscar. It's
It
a
really
very,
should.
very,
Won a Golden Globe already.
Yeah, it's going to.
Going for it. Oh, it's the Disaster Artist. I still haven't seen it, and I really want to see it, but it's not in theaters anywhere anymore. So it's incredibly hard to find.
Sure, you can
Wait till
find it.
Netflix.
You can find it online. Yeah, probably.
Man, I love Dead Air. How's that phone going?
Oh, my phone is great. I just purchased tickets to watch a artist that I really enjoy because my girlfriend loves me. But anyways,
what artist is it?
it's you don't know. She's black. Yeah, no, not at all.
What an
I'm not
interesting
even gonna.
artist name.
Wow.
Jamila
haven't heard of
Woods. Jamila Woods.
Oh yeah, Jamila Woods. I love her.
Oh really? What's
Yeah.
your best song?
Oh, the when she sings Happy Birthday. That's my favorite.
Yeah, great. I was focused on my phone that I didn't even notice the dead air. That's
Yeah.
pretty great. Anyways, back to this. James Franco, he won.
Well, we already went over that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, great.
That's
I'm
right.
so lost right now.
Yeah.
I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
Where's
Okay.
Eric? We need
Wait,
Eric to wake
hold
you
on.
up.
Wait, you're lost?
Yeah.
Do you know the way?
Oh boy, we're
Oh.
talking about the man.
Do you know
We're
the
talking
way?
about the
This
man.
is the thing we wanted to talk about the most.
All right,
Flawless
Ugandan
segue.
knuckles.
My favorite meme of all
I
time.
need the history behind the Ugandan
Take
knuckles.
it away.
Alright,
Take
so
it away.
so ready, the history behind, for those of you who don't know, it's Uganda Knuckles is basically, there's this game called VR Chat, which people with VR headsets basically put on the headset and they can walk around and talk to other people, you know. It's a pretty straightforward game, it's free, you know, nice little social place, whatever. And you can pick character models, and somebody made a character model of a little short Knuckles the Echidna from Sonic the Hedgehog. Just a little short Knuckles, and he looks pretty silly. You know, he's pretty funny to look at. And this guy with like a heavy Ugandan accent just walks up and he starts. He just asks somebody if he knows the way, and it kind of like spiraled out of control with
Do you know the
suddenly with suddenly like hundreds of people just like getting the game and just running around as little Knuckles and just asking for the way.
Do you know the way?
Yeah.
And they get the
It's
queen.
so good.
My brother. Do you have a queen, my brother?
One of
We
my
need to
favorite,
find the queen, my brother.
one of my favorite things is that the guy who started it, because there was a little bit of criticism for it, but the guy who started it, like, openly admits, he's like, I love this meme and I love what people are doing with it. This is amazing. Please keep on going. There's so many iterations of it, and it's funny and it's just goofy and I love it.
It's like the best things about a meme. It doesn't hurt anybody.
It doesn't-
It's
yeah.
just really stupid. The only
It's-
people that it's really hurting is Sega.
More or
That's
less.
really it. And I'm pretty sure Sega doesn't care because they're kind of garbage already. So this is just making them cool. It's not Knuckles meme. It's Ugandan Knuckles meme. He's from
sorry about
Uganda.
I think Knuckles
My
meme
brother.
probably.
Do you know the way? Do you know the
All
way?
right. Oh, it's so good.
Oh God.
So
You know the way.
the
You gotta see it.
you really do.
It's like
The picture
Knuckles
of him.
is like usually when you think of Knuckles from the
Sonic.
Sega game Sonic and Knuckles, you think of him as really buff and he has like big,
This.
bulky,
These ribs.
big,
Meaty
meaty hands,
God.
big, thick, meaty claws, and he has spikes on the end, so he's like a real bad boy. And like,
Bad
but
boy.
no, you see the image, and it's just him with his eyes pointing in completely opposite directions, and he has like
like a derpy, like goofy smile on his face, and he's like, he's literally just a blob, and that's him.
Yeah.
And he's like
It's
4'11" when he should be like 6'2".
It's also nice because like you can. It's a perfect storm for like a viral meme. Because what ends up happening is like
remixes.
Well, no. What ends up happening is like with other ones, you know, they'll come over and be like, "Man, you know, that's pretty funny," and it's pretty funny in only this context, and then you know the meme dies off. But with the Ugandan Knuckles, it has the audio that you can do things with. It has the character that you can do things with, and you can put it into like almost any situation, and it's still objectively funny.
Yeah, it's a good meme. It's gonna be contender for meme of the year for our meme awards.
It's meme of the month.
It's
already.
meme of the month
meme
compared
of the
to
month.
what? Somebody touching my spaghetti.
Somebody touching
Tide
my spaghetti.
Pods.
Tide Pods and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Those are the 4 options. And you think Ugandan Knuckles is the best?
Ugandan Knuckles is the best.
I think Tide Pods
Easily.
are great.
I'm
I feel
gonna-
like
No,
Tide
Tide
Pods,
Pods-
it's a cultural phenomenon.
Tide Pods is dumb.
Tide
It's
Pods
so dumb that it's funny.
It's kind of already been done before.
comedy.
With Bleach,
Yeah.
but like it's
And it's
Tide
worn its
Pods.
path, and now it's just kind of there.
Dude, I'm still getting a lot of traction from it. I still love it.
It's funny. It's one of those things. It's like objectively, like it's not funny, and then I see a dumb Tide Pods meme. Like Comedy Central's Instagram went and they photoshopped a Guy Fieri episode of Dives and put Tide Pods on all of his forks.
Oh no.
And then they just like it's just like Guy Fieri eating Tide Pods for like a minute, and I was dying laughing.
So it's really weird because like
who's dumb enough to do that? I'm so
it's really hold on.
A lot
It's
of
really
people.
weird because if you see all the news reports, but they're conflicting all the time because some of them are like, oh well, 40 people have already called into poison control, but at the same time it's still down from 2015.
Yeah.
So it's not really affecting too many people like more than it would normally.
because I'm sure the normal
it's-
amount is like kids doing it, like
Yeah.
little kids. Now they probably, if you were to look at the ages, it's probably like
Now it's just
more
dumb
people into
people.
like
Now it's just
15,
dumb
20
teens.
age. Right.
Dumb teens
Dumb
doing it for a meme.
Yeah,
Oh,
dumb
yeah.
teens that want 40 likes on their post.
Like I've seen a guy that like takes a Tide Pod and then like smoke it out of like a wooden pipe for tobacco, and it's like really bad because he's like 23 and he's just like.
I
yeah,
haven't actually
chill.
watched like a video of somebody doing it because I can't bring myself to literally.
Whatever. Anyways, it's just I love the Tide Pod memes, and I say don't do it. Don't eat Tide Pods.
Yeah.
Do not eat Tide Pods.
Official-
The memes are perfect. Just leave them on the internet. Leave them on iFunny.
Official.
I think you should go ahead and eat Tide Pod because there's natural selection.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. And on to the
Whoa.
next meme.
An official
Um,
Wildcat Wizard announcement.
Another really good meme is when you're Googling something and blank wants to know your location.
Oh,
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are funny.
I love
that's
that.
actually like really funny.
I love that.
With the
I've seen. I think
You
I
say
have,
something really dumb and then like Google wants to know your location.
yeah, it's like I think it started off with like a really tame one. It's like help, I lost $100 or something like that, and it's like Google wants to know your location.
I found one and it was I accidentally discovered real life anime. Google wants to know your location.
It's oh my god.
It's so dumb.
It's one of those. It's one of those memes where it's like, you can tell it's not gonna go very far,
It's
but
not.
for the time, you should enjoy it.
You really
enjoy
should.
it.
Because it's like a niche. It's pretty funny. It's not going to get really huge traction.
Yeah, no.
But like once it dies off, you're going to be like happy that it did.
That's why the Ugandan Knuckles one is so good because it's like
It's not going to die off
It's
anytime
not-
soon.
it's applicable to almost anything, like almost any situation. you
Where
can put
somebody's
Ugandan
lost
Knuckles
or
in.
misguided. Do you know the way?
Exactly.
you know the way?
Brother.
Brother.
Oh my gosh.
My brother, do you know the way? I need to find
Or
the
when-
queen.
It all started from like just an 8-minute video, and the video itself like isn't very funny. It's just like a let's play of like VR chat, but like once you take it out of context, it's hilarious.
It's so funny.
It's
Like so many people apparently got VR chat just to become Ugandan Knuckles.
Oh, definitely.
Like that's like,
especially since it's free. So
it's free, and like now like VR chat is just kind of cancer because everybody's Ugandan Knuckles.
gosh. They have entire servers apparently
dedicated
to
Ugandan
just Ugandan Knuckles.
Just a bunch of people mass clicking. That's another thing they do. If you have a huge group of Ugandan Knuckles, they'll just start clicking.
Yeah, like they'll go up to you and
It's bad.
and they'll ask you a question, and then everybody will get angry and start clicking, and
and
it's
then like they'll
or
start
spitting.
spitting.
they're spitting.
They're like,
Yeah, so you gotta imagine like
It's-
20 people standing there in their bedrooms with a VR headset on, making spitting noises, just
That's
standing
all you
still,
hear.
just making spitting noises. I love thinking about it, right? About like what's actually going on with these people, rather than like the meme itself sometimes, because I can just imagine like just walking into my dorm room and just seeing Rob just standing there like spitting. Oh, he's like,
aliens are real, and I have convincing proof. NASA wants to know your location.
oh,
I
it's
love
so good.
that's a good meme.
The
That
only
is a
other
good meme.
meme that I have written down that we talked about pre-show is somebody touching my spaghetti.
Somebody touch my spaghetti.
Which
It is. I don't know why it's so big. It's cool,
What
but
is
like it's not as funny.
I
as,
think it's hysterical. I don't know. Me and my friends, for some reason, there's memes being
Hold
put
on,
up
there's
on the
another
computer
meme.
in front of me, and I can't stop laughing. I don't know. I saw that original video and I was like, "What is this?" Like that video alone is good, and then it just took off. It's essentially like it has to be like Italian version of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and the Papa Bear walks in and it just screams, "Somebody touching my spaghetti!" And can we stop pulling up?
Timothy.
Yeah, so
The
there's
Timothy
another
Twitter
meme.
meme.
There's
Another
another
meme.
there's
Twitter
another
Tim.
meme. Yeah. So there's another meme. It's really it's like a smaller one, but it's still pretty funny. And it's just this little kid. You know how sometimes people will leave themselves logged into the iPhones at the Apple stores.
Which is really dumb, but yeah, they do that
Yeah.
apparently.
So it's a tweet from a kid who doesn't own the account, and it just says, "Haha, hacked! You left yourself logged in at the Sprint store, Timothy." And it's a really blurry picture of the kid smiling, and
He looks 7.
The kid has like the world's biggest like front 3 teeth.
and
Yeah,
people
he
have
has
just
the
been putting him
skinniest
everywhere.
neck.
People have just been putting him everywhere. So like
God.
the last meme that we found was a mix-up of the Google wants to know your location, where it just says, "Help! I can't log out of Twitter. Timmy wants to know your location." It's
Yeah,
And-
hacked.
meme culture is
Another older meme that I always have loved that reminds me of that is the hacker voice "I'm in."
yeah.
Those are classics.
That's
I
a good
know.
one.
What is your all-time favorite meme?
Ooh, currently right now.
Not like ever.
Is this just the meme episode? This is like
Please
the meme
let this just
episode.
be the meme.
This
episode.
is the we don't have any adult supervision
But-
from Eric because
but
he never
I
showed
kinda-
up episode.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
sincere for a moment. I kind of like this free flow format instead of just trying to talk
I
about
do, yeah.
one thing. Like I
I
feel
like
like
I like the Crusader memes where it's like,
Oh
oh,
my-
time to go raid.
Deus Vault.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
When your mom asks where the holy city went.
Yeah.
I love
The Crusade memes. Oh, boy.
Any history memes.
The history memes
The-
are good.
like the
SpongeBob
SpongeBob
history.
ones where it's just like colorized, it's like episodes from
The-
World War
the
II.
great- My favorite is it's Squidward climbing the stalk to their treehouse in the
Yeah.
one episode where they get lost. And it says, like, after losing so many of his men in the Pacific battle, Sergeant Tentacles climbs up the sniper nest to deal with it himself. Colorized Pacific 1945. I was crying at that.
It's so good. Those are the
I'm trying to
best.
think. What is my favorite meme of all time? For a while, right now I'm gonna have to say, you got a Knuckles. But
No,
I also really liked. There was an old meme that I think was really underused. There was an old meme that was really underused. It was just a green screen of John Cena like pulling back
Oh
a
my
piece,
God.
and he's like, "Are you sure about that?" and it's so good because like people just put him into like any video that like any video that would have anything to do where it's like, oh, that doesn't really make any sense, and you just see John Cena just appear out of the wall. He's just like, "Are you sure about that?" It's like, wow, that's
See, I thought
actually
you were
funny.
gonna say curb your enthusiasm.
Cur-
I know you're a big fan.
That's
of
a meme that I use regularly. All right. So for any freshmen out there, they know. For any freshmen out there, I know that meme.
Oh
We're
God.
not gonna talk about that.
We can't.
We're
Not
not
on.
gonna.
Not on here.
So for any freshmen listening, they know the struggles of having to wake up on Thursday. That's today.
Yes.
And signing up for classes at 6 a.m. And me and Rob were under the impression that, it's Tuesday that we had to sign up. So we woke up at 5:45 on Tuesday, and we waited until 6. You know, we're sitting there refreshing the pages like, man, it's not letting us in. I can't imagine why. And then we realized, we're like, oh, it's Thursday, not Tuesday. And like Rob's sitting over there, he's clicking like the refresh button, and he's like, it better not be Thursday. and like I'm just over here, I'm like typing away on my computer, and I just look up at him, I hit play, and it's just a Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song.
I love
Yeah.
that show.
Oh my god.
Okay, I have a favorite meme, and it was really, really small, but it's by far the thing that's made me laugh harder than anything else. And it was for a while it was like YouTube video titles, but it would be like the Bee Movie, but every time they say the word bee, it'd be the movie Ants, but every time they say the word ants, it's the Nut Shack theme, but every time say the word nut,
oh yeah,
the
it's like 24 quintillion years long or something.
Here's a good one. The Bee Movie, but every vowel is replaced with the Passion of the Christ, but every time someone's whipped, it plays the Star Wars heptology, but every time someone pulls out a lightsaber, it plays We Are Number One. But every time it says one, it's replaced with the Bible. But every time they mention Jesus, it plays a reading of Mein Kampf. But every third sentence is replaced with the Sharknado trilogy.
Oh God.
But every frame that contains a shark is replaced with scenes. Can't read the end of that one.
Oh yeah.
But, I probably should pre-screen these.
Whoa.
Okay, here's one we got. But the entire Ice Age pentalogy, but every syllable is replaced with the entire Toy Story trilogy. But every second, the color green is in the frame.
Oh my
The color green is in the frame. It's replaced with every video ever uploaded on YouTube. But every 10 seconds, every episode of The Simpsons plays. But every word with the vowel is replaced with the Bee Movie. But every time a bee is shown, it's replaced with every episode of SpongeBob backwards.
Hey,
Hey,
no,
Calvin.
those are pretty accurate memes.
Calvin,
Yes.
I have a pretty important task for you.
All right.
Please not do this.
Yes, we're gonna do this, Rob.
I would like you to read the following 5 sentences.
Okay.
Or 6. Yeah. All right.
According to all laws of aviation, there is no
You already
way
messed
a
it
bee
up.
should.
It's all known laws.
Shh.
All right. You've lost the privilege.
No! Go back, please! I need this. According to all known laws of aviation, there's no way a bee should be able to fly.
Pause for a second. Rob is so disappointed in us right now. This is why, we were planning on having a 5th co-host to yell at us, but Eric's seemed to disappear. I don't know why.
Just gonna constantly blame Eric for all of our misfortunes this episode.
Oh yeah, this episode's not
Me
that good.
sleeping.
Eric wasn't here.
Yep. Anyways, its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyways, because bees don't care about what humans think is impossible. Yellow, black, yellow, black. Yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh,
Amazing.
black and yellow. Let's shake it up a little.
Thank you for that amazing poem.
You're welcome.
Speaking of Bee Movie, Rob, would you like to explain what I got you for Christmas?
No.
I'd love to hear
Wait,
what you've been given
I
for
know
Christmas.
nothing
gift.
about this. Hold on, what happened?
So for Christmas, me and Brian got each other a couple gifts. Roommates and all that.
Yeah, that thing, roommates, we lived together for the last 5 months.
Yeah.
The
Might as
thing.
well.
And he just got me a collection of the worst movies.
Best. You mean the best?
No, the worst.
No, the best.
No.
So what movies? I'm
Um,
assuming the Bee Movie and
Yep. B movie. And there's like one
How
of the
many-
comedians. Who was that?
Amy Schumer.
Yeah. Like
That's one of the worst
Amy
movies.
Schumer season 3.
Yeah, it's one of the lowest rated comedies on Netflix, and I saw it on DVD at Goodwill, so I said, Rob would love to have this.
I think what was the other one?
Shrek.
Yeah, Shrek 2. I think.
Yeah,
What?
Shrek 2.
Shrek 2 is great.
As opposed to which
Who was it that said Shrek 2 was their favorite? You said, yeah, that's why
I
when
like
saw
Shrek
it.
too.
You're
It's
like,
like
Shrek 2 is my favorite
Shrek is
movie.
good. Shrek 2 is almost as good, and then we don't talk about the rest of them.
There's a new Shrek
Yeah.
coming out.
Yep. Is it Toy Story 4 is in the works?
But what's that going to be about, though?
I really don't know.
New Shrek 2018. It's 2019. Alright. So let's take a guess on what Shrek 5 is going to be about.
They're kids.
I like how the
the
headline
kids.
is Shrek 5 will completely reinvent the series.
Oh, boy.
Because they had
All that-
kids.
All that deep lore of the Shrek series. Shrek 5 is currently in development, in case you had forgotten.
Oh jeez.
Oh, look. An
Labo.
ad for Nintendo Labo.
Wait, scroll
Is
back
that
up.
cash
Scroll back
register?
up to the top.
No, that's a piano, dude.
I need to see
But
that
yeah.
great.
The great headline. Just Shrek 5 will completely reinvent
I gotta get a
the
snapshot.
Shrek lore.
I'm definitely saying it's about the kids.
No, they already had kids. That was like Shrek 3.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
they
gonna be
travel
about
back
the
in time.
kids.
Maybe the swamps. Maybe it's like
They
a
travel
hot
back
swamp time machine.
They travel back in time, and it's actually just the animators using all the footage from the first movie, and just being like, having an anime like, oh, we're going back in time, and then it just starts up with a classic, All Star.
Oh.
Somebody.
Somebody. That's all we can
Yeah.
say. Sorry. Copyright. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. Let's
Thanks, Calvin, for breaking down the copyright rules.
Hey,
in the
hey,
studio.
I'm not trying to get sued, you guys.
Shrek 5.
Shrek? Do
Hold
you
on.
think it's called the fifth? Do you think it'll be called something dumb like the fifth Shrek?
The Shrekening.
The
Shrekening.
Shrekening. Ooh boy.
Why are we?
Why?
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 Why is there a Shrek Universe page on fandom?
Why are
Okay,
you
right,
looking
of
up?
course.
Is the better question.
Why, is,
The
why,
what?
are,
Why are you looking this up
why are
right
there
now?
532 pages in the Shrek wiki?
If you want to get like deep
Oh,
into
you're right.
Shrek universe,
There
then
are 500.
do it later.
No, I want it.
Now.
We
It
need
needs
to-
to be done now.
We need to do it now.
No.
You fail to understand how amazing the Shrek universe is. Think about it. Shrek gave Mike Myers a reason to still be an actor. Same with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's gonna come back. This is the only thing we're gonna see from Eddie Murphy in the next 5-10 years. Because Eddie Murphy doesn't do stand-up anymore.
Which is a shame.
It is a No, you don't understand. I've watched so many Chris Rock interviews, like, over the years, where he'll be like, yeah, I go to Eddie Murphy's house from time to time. You know, we always go for the big fight. And, like, they talk, and they're like, yeah, I'm never going on stage. And Chris is begging. Every time I hear in the interview, he's begging Eddie Murphy, and he's just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm like, that's tragic, and I want to die every time I hear that.
Are you just like clicking
I
away?
just want another Rush Hour.
So I had a great idea after visiting the Shrek Wikipedia of no, don't click off it. Hold on.
Okay.
Of clicking random article on Wikipedia and seeing where it comes up. I'd like to point out that 5 clicks in, I got the Revolution Mini 500 helicopter, and it is painted with the American flag.
How patriotic.
I know, right?
Why? Why are you doing this?
Dude, he's a patriotic American.
Yeah, you know, the two things that that all Americans have to respect are the flag
And
and
helicopter.
Shrek.
Oh,
What were you gonna say?
helicopters.
Yeah, helicopters. All right, fine.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about then, Rob? You've been pretty quiet all podcast.
Okay, well, how about we talk about how Rick and Morty has been canceled, pretty much.
Has it?
Has it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Why?
oh, I know
Yeah.
why, and I don't know
Yeah.
if we can go into that because.
But also, they say that like the writers have stopped working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's several reasons why.
Oh, jeez, that's tragic.
It has to do a lot with Dan Harmon, the creator of the show,
Yeah.
and things that he has been. We'll just say. Well, it says like they say it's. That's from the summer though. That's from 2017. We're finding
yeah.
articles about it, but
Who's the other guy that creates Rick and Morty?
Justin Roiland.
Yeah, I met Justin Roiland.
Justin, yeah.
He's a really nice guy. He was with his girlfriend when he came into.
So it's in flux.
wow.
We don't know what's gonna happen to it. But
Yeah, it's in pause right now.
I know the writers have been having a tough time. Dan Harmon's been going through a lot in terms of being accused of certain things recently in the media.
Really?
So yeah.
Yeah.
He's too, oh my God! Everybody.
Oh, Justin
Why can't they
Roiland's
just-
on a new show. I saw an ad for it on.
He has a new
YouTube.
show.
He's not. He's
The only thing he should be working on is Rick and Morty. Let's be honest.
no. It's
No.
another Adult Swim
No.
show. I forget what it's called. It looks like a really kind of dumb show, but it looks like it has its funny moments. He plays a talking dog.
Perfect. I love it. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Are you looking it up? Or you
Anything?
talk.
All right.
No, sorry. You said he plays a talking dog.
Yeah, he plays talking dog.
Let me just go to
I
his
love it.
IMDb page.
Yeah. But no.
I like how in his IMDb picture, it's like him standing behind Dan Harmon. Like Dan Harmon is in the forefront of Justin Roiland's IMDb picture.
Yeah. Justin Roiland's an interesting guy.
Is it Hot Streets?
Yes, Hot Streets.
Oh
That's it.
boy, that's amazing.
It looks like a really dumb show.
It does. I've seen ads for this.
Yeah. But he plays
It's
a
like
talking
a
dog.
crime fighting, supernatural crime fighting show, but it actually looks. It has decent reviews. It has like in the 7s and 6 range, 6.4 out of 10 for comedy shows that vein isn't awful.
That's pretty good.
Like, comedy's subjective. 1, 2. It's
yeah.
Justin Roiland.
Yeah,
Give
but
him
you can say comedy's subjective, but if a lot of people find it funny, it's funny.
Right. Yeah. And there's
Yeah.
kind of cartoon shows. Some are really really good, and some have like there's cartoon clips that I still see like from like the 90s that surface on Facebook all the time.
True.
So.
Oh God. You know, here's what I have to say. Here's my 2 cents.
All right, hold on.
Here's Calvin's
let's make way
2
for
cents.
Calvin's
Here's Calvin's 2 cents.
All right.
I need to
You
yell
see the-
into the microphone.
The bar just increase in sound.
Yeah.
Here's Calvin's 2 cents.
All right. Sorry, headphone users.
Sorry, headphone users. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I don't care about you guys. Anyways,
You don't care
I
about
like
the
it.
Yeah.
animation.
Wow. All right.
I like Justin Roiland. I feel like Justin Roiland has only one good thing under his belt, and that's Rick and Morty. And as of right now, Rick and Morty is not really great. The 3rd season wasn't as good as everybody thought it was.
I liked it.
I liked it too. But
it
it
wasn't-
wasn't as good as everybody hyped it up to be.
Well, yeah,
because everybody hyped it up to be the next Messiah, to be the next
Yeah.
best thing in the planet.
Yeah.
And it was literally just on par with all the other seasons.
Well, yeah.
It's really good.
Anytime that the internet hypes something up, it never lives up to it.
And like it disappointed me a little bit because it was only like 8 the best episodes were the
best
first
episode-
2 that were written by women. Remember, they had problems with apparently they had like a whole male writing staff and they're like we can have more women. So they had women. The first 2 episodes, amazing. And then Pickle Rick, everybody blew that out of proportion and that wasn't really even that
It wasn't
funny.
really that funny.
I'm Pickle Rick. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like everything else was kind of like just the normal stuff. And then the ABCs of Beth was the best episode I've ever watched. I will put that up there. It's better than all the TV
Evil
ones.
Morty.
Yeah.
That one is close,
The
but
Rick
ABC's
Lantis Adventures.
yeah.
That's my favorite one.
I just love how like the C-137,
Yeah.
Rick and Morty's, they're just at Atlantis,
Oh,
and
I
the
love
world
that.
is literally ending it everywhere else.
So my favorite part about that episode was like they named it Rick Lantis Adventures to throw off all the people who already had like what the names of the shows coming out, because people are like speculating like online, they're like, oh, this is gonna be about this, and this, and then jokes on them. It's actually not. It's nothing to do with
completely
that.
different. Has something that doesn't even involve that stuff.
Oh, it's so good.
But like that episode's good.
Yeah.
Because it builds something up for season 4 if it even comes out. But
When it comes out.
I really
but
wanna see what
also
happens.
the most direct thing that would happen out of season 3 happens in the ABC with Beth, because we don't know if Beth's a clone or not, and they really and after like
Exactly.
that was the second to last episode.
Yeah.
The last episode, we really don't know if she's a clone or not.
Exactly.
And like Rick is now on the bottom of the totem pole. So and they literally say in this episode, it's kind of just season 1 all over again, but like, you know,
More or less.
everybody's happy now,
Yeah.
as opposed to everybody being depressed and sad. So like it was an okay ending.
It was a decent ending. I'll
But
give it
like
that.
you think about it after, and you're just like kind of disappointed because it's just like all this build up for like what? Maybe
Season
they want to
4.
start.
Season 4.
Yeah, season
That's what the
4.
build-ups were.
My idea was maybe they're trying to start off fresh so they can focus more on the Evil Morty plot line.
I really want
they
it. I really
have
want
to.
more Evil
I
Morty.
really want Evil Morty. They have to bring that out.
Oh,
They
I really
have
want
to
that.
pull it out. But like I don't know. They're probably just gonna do a bunch of other like gag episodes and just be like, it's funny.
Well, the
Pickle Rick! Oh!
one of the main reasons why like the Rick Lantis Adventures one was my favorite was because it basically starred Evil Morty, but you didn't know it was Evil Morty until the end,
Oh god.
and it was like it was I don't know, it was
the
like
political advisor Morty was just like,
yeah, he's like
oh no, I got dirt, and then he's like, no, you don't.
yeah, he's
Boom.
like jokes on you and shoots him out the air.
Shoots him right there. It's amazing. I love it.
Oh, it's so good.
I think Evil Morty is definitely one of my favorite characters because, like, I just want to know so much more about him. Like, where did
Yeah.
he come from? How he became him?
Like, I want to know more about him, but also like
I
don't-
really don't.
I
kind
really
of.
don't, because that's what makes him cool.
Yeah.
And frankly, if season 3 is the last season, I would be fine with it.
I
I need
would be
like
okay.
maybe like a movie to finish off the whole series,
Just like
finish off the plot lines.
Yeah.
like an hour and a half TV film or
Yeah,
something.
a TV film for Adult Swim, and that's all I need, and I'd be fine with it. Because
Yeah.
Rick and Morty is already at the... It's going to peak. I think
Yeah.
it's peaking. It's peaking right now. The Szechuan sauce thing...
I think it's just. I think no matter what, it's still gonna be a good show. It's just that the following behind it has peaked.
Oh,
So-
true.
It's kind of done to make a video game analogy from what I remember. It's like it's what happened to Portal.
Oh,
where
yeah.
the fans just took it way
Yeah.
or Undertale to be more recent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fans just like
Well, it's like it's
people
a
just
good
they got too into the hype and they just made it they almost made it worse.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like they take. It's like the problem with like an internet cult following pretty much is like they take a good thing, but they artificially inflate it, and then once that inflation's over, then it's like, well, now this thing looks bad compared to how it was, even though like it might have not changed. Like in my opinion, season 3 was like on par with everything. Like it was pretty good.
It was...
But then
yeah.
it's like you look back, you look at online, it's like, oh, everybody's like, oh, it was really disappointing. It's like, well, I mean, it's on par with everything else. What did you want?
Like, I understand that is on par.
Yeah.
But, like, at the end of the season, like, I couldn't help but feel, like, bad. I couldn't help but feel, like, sad about the fact that this isn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
This is really the end. I'm kind of pissed. But then, like, after, like, an hour of reflection, meditation garden, I realized this is all right. I'm pretty happy with it. Also, I'm pretty happy that Keith David made a comeback to be the black president.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the black president just goes overboard. I like that.
That yeah, I did like that. But to be honest, I don't really remember the last episode.
It's
All
just
right,
like
so-
Rick and Morty versus the president.
Yeah,
it
that's
really
pretty
was
much.
just that.
Yeah.
And like
And it's
he
like, well-
fights the president, and then
Yep.
like the family's like going through some stuff.
Yep.
Beth and like Jerry are trying to get back together somehow. No, Beth is trying to figure out if she's really a person or not.
Yeah.
And then she goes to Jerry because Jerry's apparently the only person who knows. And then they're like, "Oh, we love each other again." So it doesn't matter if I'm a clone or not.
She's a clone.
She's
Calling her right now, she's a clone.
I don't think she's a clone. I just think she's really dumb. But who cares? She goes through a midlife crisis. She finds herself. Good for her. And then like the two different stories,
Yeah.
the plot A and plot B kind of conjoin near the end because he gets a call from Morty saying, or one of the kids saying, "Yeah, we're going somewhere far away. You're not gonna find us." And they're literally in the middle of the woods where he found them immediately.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "I have a gun." And he's like, "Dude, I was just going to shoot Jerry. But whatever, dude. Who cares?" And now Rick is now on the bottom of the totem pole. That's
boy.
what it is now.
So see, Rob's sitting pretty
Spoilers.
anxiously over
Spoilers.
I'm a big fan of Rick and Morty. I want to see season 4.
there. You're not really being picked up.
My bad. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll grab the mic for you. Continue.
Oh, thank you, Calvin.
No problem.
Calvin's just gonna look right. Yep, there
Yeah,
we go.
look me right in the eye while we're talking.
I'm a big fan of Rick and Morty season 4. I think The Vindicators was definitely one of my favorite episodes. Yes.
No.
No.
The Vindicators are it's a good episode. It's the worst episode out of the whole season.
Yeah, it's.
I would
really,
say yeah, but I also like I don't know. I really like it because he's just like, oh, I'm gonna help these heroes, and then no, I'm just gonna kill them all.
Dan
because I'm
Harmon
drunk.
even hates the episode. He hates that episode. That's the worst episode he's ever written, he says.
Okay.
Because it doesn't follow the hero's journey, and it makes no sense at the end. What was the payoff at the end?
The payoff at the
Yeah.
end is just like there's a
logic-
small playoff. There's a small payoff of like Morty learns like a little bit. Like, oh, Rick doesn't really care about me that much. But at the same time, it's like, well, he already knew that.
Yeah.
So what's the point of this showing this adventure?
Exactly. And also, it kind of builds up to a logic feature at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, featuring logic. It's so good. Oh, God.
I know, I really like Morty's progression. Like season 1 Morty was like terrifying, like didn't want to do anything.
Rick, I'm sorry, Rick. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
And then like season 3 Morty's like, yeah, this is normal and this is my life now.
You
Yeah.
know, Rick. I don't really care, Rick.
He's got the punch card now.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because he knows that he can be replaced. So what's the point of loving a guy that doesn't even love him back? And like we find out in like what's the episode where he's like really just what is
The
it?
toxin one.
The toxin one
Toxin one?
where he's just like going American Psycho. That one.
When? Which one was toxic one?
The one that all the
They go
toxins
to like
go
a
out
spa.
of him.
Oh,
He goes to
yeah,
a
that
spa
one,
and the
that
spa
one, right.
takes all the toxins
Yep,
out.
I remember that.
But like, what's really toxic about them, and
Yeah.
who's to say what's toxic about them? And that's a real deep psychological thing that I don't want to get into right now because I don't want to cry. But
Because you need an IQ of at least 200.
yes, I need at least an IQ of 200 to truly understand Rick and Morty.
That was a meme and a half right there.
I hated that so much because people actually believed in that.
Yeah, like
People-
somebody
that-
said that unironically once, and it was like,
Not once. They
No,
said it
a
once,
lot of times.
but multiple people credited it as being fact.
yeah, it's fact. It's like
That was
I don't
another
really
thing
know
that I hate about Rick and Morty. That whole third season.
For the most part, just like I think it goes back to like the fan base of like this small vocal percentage that end up like hyping everything up, and then
I don't know if it was a small percentage because it
It
felt
was a
like-
small percentage that had a very loud voice.
Okay.
It's
So
the
it
same
seemed
thing
like
with,
it was
like,
huge.
it's the same thing with everything though that gets hyped up.
For
Like,
reference viewers, the reason I've been silent for 20 minutes because I've never seen one episode. I've seen one episode of Rick and Morty. And
You
that
were
was
looking
it.
up episodes of Rick and Morty.
No, I was,
He's
I was
watching
scrolling
them.
to Twitter.
Just binging through all the clips.
He has it. He has it up on YouTube at like 1.5 speed. Just I gotta learn.
Oh, God.
Reading through the scripts real
No.
Oh,
quick.
jeez.
That's not what was happening.
Oh look, it's Nick
It's Nick.
outside the door.
It's
That's
Nicholas.
the window. Never
Oh,
mind.
God. I love Nick.
Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Nick one time. Shout out to the
Nick.
brother
Should we
Nick.
pull Nick in?
We should.
Oh
We
my
should
God.
get Nick to
What
come
are you
in.
getting? I don't know who
Rob,
Nick
go
is.
get
Yeah, I'll go grab Nick.
All right.
Please.
We're gonna have a special surprise guest. It's such a surprise that he doesn't even know that he's.
He doesn't even know he's doing that.
Oh, boy.
But no, speaking of cartoons, so have cartoons ever provided, because I have an interesting story with this, have cartoons ever helped you, like, one way or another, like, in the real?
Wait for him.
He
wait for
went
him
to the
outside
bathroom.
Out.
Wait for him outside the bathroom.
Wait for him outside the bathroom.
He's
Sneak attack
he's
him.
gonna come right
Rob,
back.
you're the sentry. Yeah.
Walk out there.
Yeah, just
Perfect.
come right
Just
back.
keep your eyes open then.
Keep your eyes
So
open.
like have watching cartoons or anything like that actually helped you like in the real world, not in like a I learned this moral way, but in like a applicative way.
All right, so I watched the show, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy,
Oh,
and
yes.
it's a really good show.
It's
And
way-
I learned that if
I learned that
if
nothing
death
really
ever-
matters.
If death ever kills my hamster, face him in a dance off.
Yo, Limbo Contest.
Oh, that's
Do you
what it was.
not
It was
know the
Limbo.
lore of the
I thought it was
best
the dance off.
animated film
Oh.
and movie? Oh my god, look.
In movie history.
Movie
Death your
No,
best
you
friend.
don't you
Yeah.
don't understand.
I love
They
that.
lost. He lost the limbo competition because of the hamster that he came to kill.
Bit him?
Yeah, bit him. And he like jerked and hit the bar, and like
Oh,
then
God.
he was stuck being their friend forever.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like that that's the lesson we start off with.
Nothing
Episode 1,
Dude,
So, was
really.
that an actual lesson? Or
It
was
was
that-
no. The lesson was that like I watched that and like years later I would look back at that episode, like the first I don't know, be like nothing really matters. Like nothing matters. So why care?
So it made you a
because
nihilist.
Rick and Morty taught me.
Rick and Morty is just super morbid, but like
Billy and Mandy's a more approachable morbid.
it's more
Yeah,
approachable. It's for the
child,
kids.
Yeah.
And like another lesson I found with Billy and Mandy is you can always be scared of something no matter how many times you conquer your fears,
Fears.
quote unquote. Yeah,
That's a good
feels.
I got my feels.
Because yeah, remember
the
the
feels.
episodes, like the episode arc of Billy having a son and the son's a spider.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I love that.
he hated spiders.
Oh,
I
my
don't know
God.
how he had a son. I don't want to get into it.
I
You
But-
don't know the
You
extended
want to know
lore?
I
my favorite TV movie was the Billy and Mandy Halloween episode.
Oh my god,
That is my
yes!
favorite. I love
I
that.
watched that like 2-3 weeks ago. It's
so good.
amazing.
I
love
rewatched
it.
it on YouTube. It's amazing.
I'll have to go and watch it. I don't remember this.
Oh, you know what else is a great animated show that no one knows that was on Cartoon Network? My Gym Partner Was a Monkey.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
phenomenal.
Oh my god. I remember during like winter break, I would watch it just like out of nowhere at 4:00 in the morning. I would stay up all night and I would watch it and it'd be amazing. My Gym Partner Was a Monkey is
Is that your
a
favorite?
10 out of 10.
Because I was gonna say so like the lesson I learned that brought this up. First, I gotta say that my favorite Cartoon Network cartoon of all time has to be hands down Codename Kids Next Door.
Oh yeah.
That's a
movable.
classic. But the lesson that I learned is so for our viewers, I study spirits in the glass. Calvin has taken his glasses and flipped them upside down.
Not
Jokes
even my
on you,
glasses.
that's-
These
Oh,
are
the
Robert's.
The Rob's glasses and flipped them
Give him
upside
back.
down.
He needs to see if Nick comes by.
Oh, true.
True. So I study spirits and like bartending and mixology here, and for our practical, you have to do a measured pour. And I was trying to do a musical count to remember how much to pour.
Hold on.
We
have a
gotta. I'll
special
finish
guest.
this
We
story
have our
later.
special
We have a special
guest
guest that just walked in.
Nicholas. I don't have the studio audience prepared for this.
All right.
I should have.
Here's your microphone. I got a very important question for you.
I got a chair for you. Hold
I
on.
have two very important questions for you. Ready? What is your favorite?
There's the chair.
Dropped a whole chair, dude.
Oh yeah. So this
This
is
is
Nick.
a failure of a podcast.
No,
but
this is
it's
phenomenal.
Oh, this is
Stop
amazing.
talking about a
Ready?
failure.
So this is Nick. Nick, say hi.
great. Hey, I'm Nick.
Hey, Nick.
All right. So I got one really fast question for you, and then a different question. Ready?
All right, I'm ready.
All right. What is your favorite piece? What is your favorite piece of Ugandan media?
It would have to be Ugandan Knuckles.
Yes.
Not only does he know the way, but he'll spit on the fake queen, and I admire the courage that he has to do such a brave task.
Oh God.
All right. That's pretty much it.
That's
All
really
right. Well,
it.
thank you for
Wait,
being
wait,
on the
Yeah,
question.
thank you.
Wait,
Yeah.
You
here-
said 2 questions.
Here, I got a
I'll
second
be waiting for my
question.
second
I got a
question.
second question. I got a second
Alright.
one because we
Oh,
just
You
talked.
have a second
We
question.
just talked
Second.
about
Yeah,
it.
favorite
So
cartoon.
yeah, favorite like Cartoon Network cartoon growing up.
Oh, that's a tough one. All right. I'm going to have to go with Camp Laszlo.
Oh, I was gonna name that one too.
That episode where they sat on the pine cones really resonated with me, and I think about it every day. Thank you.
All right.
Alright.
Thanks, Nick. See you, Nick.
Oh, that was such a great cameo. Oh God. Continuing on Camp Laszlo. That was amazing, by the way.
All
I
right. So
liked it.
I think that should be a thing. We pull somebody in who
Just
who
a
wants
random person that's walking
Right.
and
The
stomping
random
their
person
feet.
that stomps their feet. We'll just ask him a few questions.
Yeah,
Ask
why
them to
not?
Stomp their feet right in the studio.
Right in there. But like, back to Camp Laszlo. He was talking about the Pineco episode. The first episode that I thought about was a hot dog episode where they tried to sell hot dogs. And who was the rhinoceros? You know,
I don't remember.
not
their
Raj.
names.
Raj was
I've-
Laszlo was a monkey.
I've
Yeah.
seen the
Raj
one
was the
episode.
An elephant.
the rhino. I don't know who that guy was. He only
I
said
don't
one
remember
thing
the
each
rhino.
episode, and they were selling hot dogs on camp grounds.
Yeah.
And the one thing the rhino always said was zigzag because he had the zigzag thing with the mustard on the hot dog.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll get really
Oh,
bored,
yeah, now I
and
know
I'll
what you're
literally
talking about.
just think of zigzag, zigzag,
Jesus.
zigzag. It'll just it would make
Oh,
me
no.
happy. That's all I had to say.
I'm also just realizing we have like a
Zigzag.
takeout window.
we really do.
So- I
don't know.
Oh.
Memes are love. Memes are life.
I just heard
Says a
that.
pa-
I
says
just
a
heard that
passing
from
person.
the.
How long is this wire?
It's really short.
Can we get like? Can we get
can't go
people from the
outside.
window? Can we
No,
get
I
like
just want to go up to the window.
Wait, are you saying we got to do man on the street segments?
Oh my God.
Please,
Man,
man on the
put
street
Calvin,
segments.
put Calvin and I on the street.
Oh my God,
please.
we would ruin everything.
We need a longer wire.
Wait,
Or your
oh
wire goes
boy.
really long.
Before
Your
we
wire's
before
pretty
we ruin everything, can I get back to the story I was
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
10 minutes ago before we drag Nick in here?
long. Yeah.
What is I just heard Nick like scream laughing and just like run like a little girl, like little steps, just like arms up really high. Don't know what that was about. But so for the
I'm just so excited.
for
to
the
be on
test ad for this
Wildcat
bartending
Weekends.
class, you have to do a measured pour, and you have to like do like 1.5 ounces in a cup, and then pour it into a 1.5 ounce measure and make sure it's exact.
Right.
And I'm a music guy, so I'm trying to do it on like a musical beat. I couldn't do it, so we just started doing all these like theme songs. And the one thing that got me to pass it was doing the beginning of the Animaniacs Nations of the World,
Oh
because
my
I can do
God.
the entire song start to finish. But
Oh,
doing
boy.
it up to Peru was the exact count, going United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru. Stop pouring. That was 1.5 ounces every single time. I
What do you know?
yeah.
You learned how to become a mixologist
I literally
by singing the
yeah,
Animaniacs
do the
Nations of the World.
I can do the whole nations of the world, and I can do states and capitals.
Oh God, Animaniacs taught me so
It's such a good show. That was
many
Steven Spielberg.
things.
You know that,
I
right?
know. It's
So
such a
good.
good show.
I mean,
because
me
it
and
just
Rob almost became bartenders. That was fun.
you really
Wait,
how
what?
I want to learn that story.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, it was
Rob
pretty-
said 6 words. This whole podcast is gonna be
Yeah.
a bartender.
Yeah, so we were looking for jobs, and I was like, I think they were offering classes.
Yeah. There was a poster around campus that was like, oh, we're offering bartending classes, and then we'll help you get hooked
Yeah.
up with a job after. Like, oh, that sounds pretty good.
And we're like, hey, let's become bartenders. And that's like the on-running joke between me and Brian was like, oh, we're looking for a job. Let's just become bartenders.
Yeah, whenever we see like a bartender in a movie, like it'll be like a background character pouring a drink, and like me and Rob would just be like, that could be us. Look at that. That could be us. It's so good. All right.
That's
so,
basically our bartender story.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
That's,
yeah,
that's about the quality I was expecting.
pretty
Yeah.
great.
We lead really exciting lives.
You really do. Just
I know.
stay in your rooms all day. Occasionally go to class.
And
Then
come
go
here.
back to said
Occasionally.
room.
I have a 4.0.
I'm
I watch
proud
Rick
of
and
you.
Morty. Thank you very much.
I'm very. I don't care. I don't care. I hate you. Anyway.
Man,
jeez.
get him out of here.
Oh, I guess I gotta go, guys. See you
I guess
later.
we're trading Calvin for Nick.
Oh boy, let's have Nick come back. He's better than me as a host. But yeah, I think we're done here.
Are we?
Yeah, I think we're done here.
I
We got
think
through all our
I think that we
topics.
should pause. Hold on. I think that we should pause the recording and then see how long the microphone is and check.
All right, ready?
I'm up
We'll
for
come
it.
back
Okay,
in 3,
intermission.
2,
One.
1.
Window.
All right, we're back. Welcome back to Wildcat Wizards. We'd like to point out that the microphone is long enough.
Yeah, I'm currently standing at. Am I getting mic signal?
You are
Yeah,
getting mic signals,
I'm
yeah.
literally currently standing at like this almost like McDonald's drive-through-esque sliding window. I think we have man on the street segments in our future, gentlemen.
Oh boy, this
in the
podcast
future.
got like 10 times worse.
Oh,
It-
no.
I'm loving
we
this.
we are victims of our own devices here because we have now just. I think it'll make it, but we can just ask fun questions, and like the same people work in this building. Once if I start working in this building, I'll know people. I'll send.
Hey,
them.
what's your favorite piece of Ugandan media? Who
Oh,
killed
obvious-
Captain Alex? No way, me too.
Oh God, I never want to hear you that movie
Excuse-
ever again.
Hey, excuse me. Do you know the way?
Oh no.
excuse me, sir. Do you know the way?
Do you want to spit on the fake queen, brother?
Oh no.
Spit on the fake queen, my brother.
All right. And with that,
We came back from intermission. We're about to end it.
we came back from intermission. Unless you guys want to say anything else, do you have anything?
Final thoughts?
Any last words? Final thoughts?
Do you have
Any
any
final
more
words?
topics to talk about?
No, that was literally.
That's it.
Oh, there was one question that I had because you brought this up either right after we started or right before we started. You have some irrational feelings towards Doctor Who.
Oh my God.
I want to hear
Oh,
this.
I don't care about Doctor Who at all, and the fact that they have a women doctor changes nothing
Thank you. Preach.
because I don't care. I don't like Doctor Who.
I like it, but I don't think the fact that Jodie
The-
Foster's playing it changes anything. It's still the same character.
It's still going to be the same show. So having a woman doctor for however so long after never having one, that's cool. Good for women, but I
see-
personally just do not like the show.
I see Travis making a move to the takeout window.
I'm
boy.
literally no one's there, but I'm
Oh.
literally so excited that we're gonna just because if Eric comes in next time, we gotta spring this on him.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna tell him. He's not gonna listen to this.
Well,
Is
think-
he?
Yes,
like,
he
we-
will. He will listen to this.
Oh, we'll
He's
just
gonna
skip
listen
through
to
this
this.
part. We'll
So-
just skip
Hey,
through
Eric,
this part.
What's up? You should have came to recording. It was a lot of fun. We miss you. Hope that you're not too lost.
In the sauce.
In the
In the
sauce.
sauce.
Nah, he just the second I leave the studio, he's gonna come in and pop up, be like, "Hey, what's up?"
And then we're
I
gonna,
know that's what's.
And then
gonna
we're gonna
happen.
record another one without you. We're gonna record the real one.
Aw,
We're gonna
jeez.
start the real. I forgot to press record. You know.
Aw,
Oh,
man.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh shucks.
Did you actually just check?
Yeah, I did. I was like, wait, really? Dang. So we've been talking for like an hour
I'd
and a half
quit.
about nothing.
I'd quit if that happened. I
Oh,
would
boy.
not be on this podcast anymore.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, there's nobody here to cancel us. So
I guess
I'm
we're
just
on
gonna
for a
delete-
second
Yeah.
episode.
all right. Guess.
Green lit for a second episode.
Yeah.
Woo!
green lit. All right. This is Wildcat Wizards. See ya. Actually, next week.
Oh my God.
Actually, wow.
Actually, ooh.
Start it.
Hello and welcome back to Wildcat.
We have an
Wizards.
epilogue. Eric
Whoa.
has walked
Eric
into
has
the
just walked in.
studio.
Eric.
Smells like Spencer's gifts in here.
Yeah.
So
we
we've
had
had
the best idea.
we have a new segment. We noticed two things.
Who let you back in?
We noticed two
Referring
things.
to me.
First, that window behind you, and second, that opens, and this microphone that's long enough to reach the window. So we get some.
That one can too.
Oh, will it? Oh,
That
that's
one?
much easier because we got some man on the street segments that we're gonna do in future.
That's really funny.
He's gonna have a bunch of people walk
Right.
and be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, you're on a podcast.
That is
Can we
actually
ask a couple questions?"
Right.
Eric,
it-
I'm
We
surprised.
actually-
People have been going through this hallway all day. Like you'll hear, like in the
Yeah.
first 10 minutes, we're literally sitting there making fun of people just stomping
Not
through
making
the
fun of
hallway.
people, but just commenting that they're
we
stopping
we
really
literally
loud.
we've kept stopping like everything we're talking about, stare eye contact, and then resume the podcast.
Yep.
All right, so Eric actually likes the idea, so maybe we won't get
I think Eric likes the idea because he hasn't been sitting here for the past hour and 29.
That's true.
That's why I showed up late.
It's become. It was actually the meme episode. I think
Yeah.
we didn't have a theme, but memes
I
were a
think we guys were doing
predominant.
video games.
That was.
Were we? No, that
No,
was.
we weren't gonna have it. We were just gonna talk about things in the news and tangent, and that's what we did.
It was
Yeah.
I
pretty
think that's what we're
It
gonna
was
do
actually
every
pretty
week
good.
because that was actually really
That
efficient.
went really well. All right, and now that Eric's here, he's probably gonna cancel us. So see you never.